Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. My name is Adriana Montanez. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Shout out to all the subscribers that keep coming back and showing your girl love. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go in on YouTube this year, 2022. I'm gonna pump out as much as I can, including on the shorties, on the reels. I'm sorry, the shorts. The shorts are for YouTube, the reels are for Instagram. Anyways, let's get into it. I know some of you fellas are gonna be like, this is like a girl talk. You know what? It's a little bit of a girl talk. It's a cheese man, but you know what? Men be talking to toxicities everywhere with family, work, the news, it's everywhere. And at the end of the day, I think sometimes we just need to take a step back. And sometimes when we're moving just with our regular routines, just our day-to-day work schedule, school, homework, finances, family, kids, I mean, you name it. I mean, sometimes we've normalized toxicity. Like we just kind of allow and entertain it. I know I've been guilty of it. I'm not over here perfect. So I want to share with you, it's new. It's still a new year. So we're going to do a refresher for toxic friends, my intake, what I think it is, and make sure you ain't got none of that messiness around you. Because we need to protect your peace and spirit at all costs, especially to my patriots. Let's get into it. But number one for me, one of my top ones is make sure you pay attention to people's behaviors. And what I mean by that is pay attention to those who support and clap for your wins. So I have a girlfriend. She's a stay-at-home mom. Like me, she quit her job, her daycare, to do what she's doing right now. Mind you, she has a side hustle and it's actually thriving. It's not making obviously as much as what she wants, but it's her passion. I cannot tell you how much negative she got from her own girlfriends. Like, girl, you ain't gonna make it doing what you're doing in your house. You know, they're like, you need to get a corporate job. You need to go back to school. You need to do X, Y, and Z. No, first of all, that's not even a friend. That's a friend of me. And sometimes when the people are acting like that and they're coming at you, what's their true intention? And remember, misery loves company. There's a lot of people around in this world, even in our own family or in our work, that are just not happy with themselves. And what do? They take it out on you. Make sure our peace is protected at all costs. But if you're not supporting me, are you really my friend? Your friend should be wanting the best for you. You know, it's like me, like, hey, I decided to quit my job and I'm gonna start sewing, and I actually wanna start my own clothing business. I wanna buy merchandise in Los Angeles, and I also wanna sew and tweak, whatever the case is. And my friends, whoever they are, should be like, girl, what you need? Like, I'll support you. Hey, whatever you sell, like, let me help purchase, or let me help, I'll promote you on Instagram. Let me this. It's really hard to come across that type of energy. And and I'll get further into mine because females have gotten so toxic with me. One of the next points is loyalty. Are you being protected when you're not around? And what I mean by that is, like, say you go to like a group function, and let's be real, I have different friend groups for different situations. Like, I have my old work friends I still talk to. I have my gym friends that are more acquainted with, that I have a different vibe of energy because we share a different passion. There's certain mom friends that I really click with from, like, you know, my hood girl, you know, throwbacks to where I used to live. You know, there's different groups, but if there's a function going around, like, or say you just have a girl that's in the mix, or a guy who goes back and forth like, oh my gosh, did you hear what they said about Chelsea? Did you hear about the affair between so-and-so? Oh my gosh, well, you weren't there last time because you didn't have a babysitter, but did you hear about so-and-so's breakup? And I'm just like, if you are going back and forth, spilling all this tea to me, what makes you think you're not saying anything about me? Like, you have to take a step back and actually reflect and look at people's true intentions. I know some people might feel weird about this, and I know there's some petty people out there, and I'm not gonna say who, because people I used to talk to along with certain relatives and cousins. But for me, is if the friendship dies, I feel like the secrets die. And I've had so much confided into me by certain people, girls that were in my wedding, girls that I used to think I thought I was gonna go through like life with, because we had so many great positive young experiences and we shared just some great times together. And the way I've been done, I'm just like, but you know what? I really do believe in karma. I do believe everything comes back tenfold. And I also do believe what you put into this world and how you treat people, it will come back to you. Trust me, I'm not perfect. There's some things I did in my 20s. I'm like, why? Because I felt like in my 30s and certain things that I went through in my personal life, I'm like, this gotta be my karma, because I am suffering like no other. Like, Lord, take the wheel. I am sorry. I am not gonna do that ever again. Lesson learned. Check me. Like, you know, and I've been through it, but like, And we all go through different stages. Life is growing and we're evolving. You want to make sure you don't go to that level where you feel like you have to be petty and air out somebody's drama and laundry. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I could put out people's business, your girl could probably have a high platform of TMZ, because I have tea too. I think we all have tea. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it for me. So if the friendship dies, all that dies. It's dead. Never have to talk about it again. And that's something about me that I do love, because I don't need to be on that petty level like some people do. Like, oh, well, we're not friends no more. Oh, we're not this. I'm going to break up this. I'm going to put this out there. Oh, I'm going to put this picture and screenshot. I'm not going to do any of that. That's way too much. It takes more energy to be mean than to be nice. Like, I'm just going to turn a blind eye, did my part, and I'm going to wish you well. God help you. Peace. And I feel like this one, and this is just a quick review, even to like the men, but remember, a frenemy will try to compromise your values and a friend will not. So for me, like, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. That has to go through, ever since I had my son, there's just certain things I don't consume anymore. And I wanted to make a lifestyle change even stronger for me, but I just don't enjoy alcohol. And I can't tell you how many girls felt some type of way where you're gonna be the only one at the bar, girl. Like, you're not even gonna drink. Yeah, I'm gonna have cranberry juice. I'm gonna have ice water. Like, I'm gonna have something carbonated. Like, what does it matter? People really felt uncomfortable because, like I said, after I had my son, I really started to move differently. And at the end of the day, it's about evolving. Like, you shouldn't be the same person as what you were in your 18, 19, your 20s, whatever the case is. As you get older, your 30s, even your 40s, you know? Like, I actually said this on TikTok, but if you go to my TikTok, I opened up about how I was disinvited to a wedding because the fiance to my ex-girlfriend that I thought we were gonna be friends with forever, pretty much, he's like, I don't feel comfortable having somebody there who's not gonna drink alcohol. And it's an open bar and it's a waste of money. What? Mind you, this man has so many health problems. I don't think drinking alcohol is gonna make you sick, but I believe in life in moderation. Same thing with lifestyle, with fitness, with food. Everything's within moderation. But when that happened to me, I was like, wow, maybe these are not my friends after all. Okay, so this hits close to home. Just because it's your friend, I don't care if it's your bestie. I don't care, male or female. They don't need to know everything on what you got going on, okay? And I made that mistake numerous times. There was something I was actually striving to do a few years back, and I'd rather not say what it is. Maybe in time I will share it, because like I said, I want to share my experiences, and you know, if somebody can learn from it, so be it. And I remember I had this girl that was around, and mind you, she was putting out there a certain lifestyle, how she's trying to be this good change woman, whatever the case is. But mind you, I was helping her out, taking care of her children, while she was doing things that she shouldn't really be doing. And she was lying to me, which will lead into my next one. But I started to be honest with her, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm looking to starting to do X, Y, and Z, whatever. She pretty much took that idea and did it herself. Mind you, it was nothing of the visions of what I intended for myself. But the fact that she did that, I was just like, it was just so grimy. Like, you're your own person. Like, be you. I feel like everybody is so authentic and so unique in every different way. And for me, like, I get a lot of hate, just like, you know, well, you're a mother. Should you be dressing this way? Should you be, you know, I don't have time to do my makeup. I don't care. I used to do my makeup at 4 a.m. before my baby had to get on my titty just to feed him, okay? Because it made me feel better. I wanted to put some eyelashes on. I wanted to put a little bit of lipstick on. You know, I was probably just going to go to church for an hour and get some takeout, but I felt cute for a couple hours. Like, let me live. But be very mindful what you share with people. There's so many things that I'm working on this year, and I've already started, even just taking a break from social media. Granted, I'm here on YouTube, but it's different. And I'm not telling nobody, not even my closest friends, not even my own family. They don't need to know what's up. Nobody needs to know. You can't trust many people nowadays because you just don't know their motives. And at the end of the day, not everybody's gonna have that same fire and passion, and that's okay. You gotta do what's best for you, okay? But you need to work quietly. And when they're sleeping, I always say this too, when the enemy's sleeping, that's when you're working, okay? Not saying your friends are enemies, but just nobody needs to know. This is a good one. And these are funny. And I always feel like these are the petty ones. Competitive. You ever feel like somebody's being competitive with you just out of nowhere? So if you know this already about me, I love shoes. I love heels, and I love to dress up. I love to dress up. I feel like life's too short. Like, shoot, I'm trying to be on Betty White's level, like I'm trying to be on her level. Fabulous, God rest her soul. But you know what I'm saying? Like, life's too short. Like, be you. This is who I am. Sometimes I like to put a wig on. Sometimes I want to do my eyelashes. Sometimes I want a pink eyeshadow. Let me live. I'm not going to wear no Old Navy frumpy old shirt and look like every other mom that's miserable and bored. Yes, I want to shave my head and I get overly whelmed and exhausted, but I'm still a female and I'm still a woman and I got a man, and men are physical beings and they appreciate physical on all levels. They're visual. Whatever, but I'm wrong for that. But competitive, make sure they are not competing with you. Maybe you just, hit a new milestone in your career and you decided to splurge and get a new car. Like this girl that I'm acquainted with, she is a nurse and really cool. I love her. I have no beef with her, nothing like that. But I noticed her quote unquote best friend, mind you, this girl got a brand new Porsche SUV, souped up, whatever. And I'm just like, go girl, get your money. She put in her work and I was like, I'm proud of you. I was like, it's great. But where's your friend? I wouldn't have bought a car like that if I had that kind of money. I wouldn't have this. And I'm just like, but you're her best friend. We ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, and that's your best friend and she's living with you. And you helped her out, but she can't even acknowledge how great your car is. Like, I can acknowledge and support somebody else's win. Everybody's moving differently in life. For me, like I said, I mean, if I had the money, I'd probably have an orange Lambo. You know what I mean? But I could support somebody because I'm like, this girl worked hard. She's doing great. She's thriving. She doesn't have all these kids running around. She doesn't have a toxic relationship. Like, it's a win. Like, I'm here for it. But yeah, seeing the way her best friend was, I'm just like, okay. But not everybody's meant to be your friend. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna line with your spirit. I know that for a fact for me because I am a butterfly. I'm a rare breed. I'm in my own category, but that's what's me. I'm not meant to be for everybody, and just like you're not, and I feel like too, we need to be more selective who we call a friend versus an acquaintance. Because there's acquaintances, like, I don't chill with them every day. I don't talk to them every day, but they'll hit me up on social media. Or maybe it's like somebody, like I met this girl at the gym, super cool. I've hung out with her a couple times, but she's not over here just like, oh, let's go have dinner every week. Or, hey girl, like, what's going on? Like, she's not like that. We could be acquainted. We have great conversations. She's younger, so she takes in my dating advice and what I've told her. She's talking about certain guys and I'm just like, well, this is what he thinks. This is where he stands. Girl, he doesn't want commitment with this one. Like, it's nice to kind of pass that knowledge, but know your boundaries and know your audience. And also too, just because not everybody's your friend, you don't gotta beef with them. Like, I don't have beef with them. Like, I genuinely met this girl about 2 years ago. We vibed really well through the whole quarantine. She's like a super loud conservative. Mind you, her family's very, very Mexican, very pro-democratic. Politics has put so much division just in so many families and just in this world. So she connected more with me or whatever. Mind you, she's single at the time. So when she's single, she's the type who's like, I'm gonna hang out, I'm gonna do what I want, whatever. But as soon as she gets a boyfriend, she'll write everybody off. See, I don't operate that way. A couple of my closest guy friends were at my wedding. Like, I love my healthy relationships. Like, you know what I mean? I could be social on different levels, but just because I've stopped talking to her, she has a new boyfriend, doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, F her, she's this. No, I just know how she operates. It's more of an acquaintance though at this point, because I'm not gonna talk to her every day. I think the last time I talked to her was maybe like 4 months ago, but there's no hard feelings. So, and that's growth and that's adult. So just note that. This one hits close to home. Flakiness. Okay, so whether maybe you're having a little shindig. I even knew this too for my bridal shower. Certain girls were just like, yeah, girl, I got you. I'm here for you. Like, I love you. I want nothing but the best for you. But yet there was like 4 of them that did not show for my bridal shower. But yeah, when these girls got married and these girls got pregnant and whatever, it's like, I'm there to support them. But for me, there was definitely some type of animosity, and I feel like too, when people are flaky with you, it's just disrespectful. Bottom line is they don't value your time. They don't. And you have to be very selective. We don't get time back, you guys. And I know this is really extreme to think, but like every moment we live is a day closer to death. You know, so we have to seize the days no matter how dark they can feel. So when we're making effort for people that don't make the same, like in return, I'm like, how is it that I have a kid, I'm running and doing X, Y, and Z, plus I'm training, and I have my household, plus I'm homeschooling my kid, but you're just so busy, you just forgot we were gonna hang out, you forgot, like it's just a lack of irresponsible, and it's just disrespectful. And at the end of the day, if people are gonna be like that with you, throw the friend out, throw the whole trash bag out. Like if they wanna be around, that's fine. You can keep it cordial. Like at this point, when people have done that to me, I take about 100 feet back, and you're gonna have to earn that, pretty much that respect back with me. But I'm gonna put you as an acquaintance. Like it's not a priority to you, and that's fine. I'm not trying to chill with you every day because it's not realistic, especially for me, mid-30s, doing what I'm doing. I can't hang out with people every single week. I'm not trying to be on the phone for freaking 3 hours. Like, oh my gosh, hey, oh my gosh, and he did what? And her sneaky link pulled up. Like, I don't got time to do that. I don't got time. I mean, I love doing voice messages. Like I said, if you see me on here and you actually know me in person, what do? I voice message you. I'll voice message you. Hey, what's up? Whoop doo doo woo. You know, give you a little bit of an update. If I haven't talked to certain people, you know, I'll send them a courtesy message, you know, but I make effort in my relationships that give me the same. So make sure what you're putting with others is aligning also with your spirit. Okay, so I have 2 more, you guys, and I'll be done. But this next one is, do you ever feel emotionally drained? Maybe there's a certain female around or a guy that's just not the most uplifting. Maybe they just have a lot of toxicity, or maybe they just have like a dark aura. Maybe they're going through a divorce, you know, and I'm not saying not to be there for them. That's the difference. But when you have somebody who's maybe not putting the same type of effort in with you, and you grow apart, from people, and that's okay. Some people are meant to be here for a lifetime. Some people are here for seasons. Some people are here for lessons, you know. Take a step back, like, because for me, there was a girl that I was really trying to like reconnect with and make effort, because I felt this intuition in my heart that I just needed to try. And it turned out to be really sour. She became very toxic, and just with her levels of behavior, it just wasn't aligning with me. And I had to say goodbye to it. And don't feel like you always have to defend yourself. No response is a response. I wish that was taught to me in my 20s, because I always felt like I had to justify. I remember in my 20s, it was like right after I got my boobs done. Yes, my boobs are fake. I got them done at 23 years old. One of the girls that I was chilling with, I got invited to her wedding. Well, after they got married, it was like a couple years down the road. Maybe I was like 24. Because they were young when they got married. I'm just over here like, I was not trying to be young and married. No shade to anybody who watches this, it is. Her husband was trying to move in on me. And I was like, no, like, I'm not trying to be that. That's not me. Like, this is not my cup of tea. And she tried to come at me on every level, defending him. And, well, you shouldn't be wearing what you're wearing around him. You shouldn't be exiled. First of all, I wasn't going to your guys' place. I wasn't doing anything of that nature. He came at me, got my number from your phone, and you're blaming me, and it's my fault. By the way I look, got it. I was like, these are not friends. This is just trash. This is trash around me. I just needed to throw it all out. And it sucks. It sucks because these are girls like I was partying with. I thought we were going to be friends for life. No, we weren't. We weren't. This is your biggest sign. If you're entertaining this, you need to throw this person out. I don't care who it is. But if they disrespect you in front of people and they isolate you, they'll name call you, they'll shame you, those are not your friends. I cannot stand people like this. And you want to know why? Because I've been bullied a lot. I was bullied ever since I was a little girl. And I've gotten bullied more than ever coming out, especially with my political views. And I stand by them. And I remember these girls. These girls were in my wedding. Mind you, they're not perfect. And there was also a few other girls that were in my circle. They like to put up this whole like, yeah, we're wives, we're this. But yet 2 of them were sleeping with their sneaky links, okay? While they were married. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is too, is they didn't maybe look the part. And that sounds really bad to say, but people didn't like me because of the way I looked. I was too promiscuous. My eyes are too flirtatious. My this, my that. And I'm just like, you know, but there's this whole side of me. Bottom line is they didn't care to get to know. But I remember specifically, there was this one couple. I could not stand my girlfriend's boyfriend. I thought he was very controlling, not my cup of tea. It's just not me. I'm all for a man being alpha, strong, and leading a woman and all that good stuff. And I'm old school. Like, I appreciate traditional values, but it was to the point where it just didn't sit well with me, and it seemed just too like machismo, like controlling. Well, she ended up shaming me, you know, and they would make fun of me because I was very innocent. Like, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 21 years old with my first boyfriend, you know, and they would make fun of me like, yeah, Adrian didn't know where breast milk came from. I was like, well, I wasn't 16 having sex. I was doing my homework so I can get a good GPA and go to school. Oh, but I look like a slut and a whore because I chose to get my breasts done at 23 years old, and you're gonna shame me publicly at these little family barbecues. Why? Because it makes you feel better? Like, if anything, they probably wish they can be on my confidence level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not shading, because I have friends, and my sister had a kid at young age. Like, I don't shame people. I don't come for them. But they always come for me. So when people are coming for you, they're belittling you, they're disrespecting you, they're calling you out of your name, and whatever aspect that is, you know what that is. They're jealous. They're jealous, and you're just not, they're not on your level, and they probably wish that they can be on your level. And if I would have let all these females that were like, oh yeah, once you get married, this changes. Once you get this, you have all these stretch marks. Once you do that, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm surpassing my personal goals for 35 years old. And you know what? I'm only gonna get better. And just because I don't wanna drink, just because I don't wanna do X, Y, and Z, because I don't wanna smoke, you're gonna X me out and I'm pretty much a boring mom. That's fine. I'll be boring. But yet what's crazy is these girls and their significant others started confiding into some of my guy friends, and my guy friends said that pretty much these guys were complaining how they're not happy. They're not happy. So I don't want to say exactly what the specifics, but you know, like I said, men are very visual beings and they appreciate confidence in women. And I always tell women too, you need to stop comparing what you were in your 20s. Embrace the levels, especially after a mother, you know, after a child, maybe after, you know, like I have a girlfriend too who had, you know, their breasts done because they had breast cancer. Like, embrace the levels, because your body's a temple, and at the end of the day, this is your story. Embrace your story. But anybody who wants to shame you publicly that are your friends don't respect your story. And that right there should mean they shouldn't even be in it no more. All right, you guys, that is gonna conclude today's video. Look, with everything going on in this world, make sure you're protecting your peace. Be selective who you allow in your circle. Do not tell everybody what you're doing, because not everybody needs to know what you're doing. And make sure you have genuine people around that love you, that want you to win, that root for you. And most importantly, move silently, okay? Not everybody needs to know, okay? But let this be the year of change. Let this be the year of health. And I wish you guys nothing but a wonderful day. I hope somebody takes inspo from this. Until the next video, I love you.